Hi, my name is Atpuram, and I'm going to show you today how you can deploy your Node.js application into Docker with Docker in AWS ECS. So let's get started. So first, I'm going to create a simple Node.js application using NestJS framework, and then we will deploy that application into AWS ECS using EC2. So let's get started. I already set up a project with Nest.js. The project setup is very simple. If you go to Nest.js, new project. So it's pretty simple. You can just run these two lines of command, npm install nest.js CLI, and then this CLI, you can use nest new project template. Then you will to start a new project. So this is the project. And after that, I created a Docker file. The Docker file is very simple. It's taking from Node 21 Alpine, the smallest version. And then I install the package.json, and then I install all other files. And then we run the cmd npm start. That will start the whole application. So let's try. We run yum install. You will see the application running on localhost 3000. Here it is, application, right? So we are running the applications properly. Now let's stop it. And we wanted to first create a Docker image out of this application and then push it to ECR. ECR is the place where we can store our Docker images, right? So let's go to ECR, Elastic Container Repository. Elastic Container Registry, and then here we can see the private repositories here. These are the private repositories. I'm going to delete the old one. Okay. So this is the repository I already previously created. If you don't have any repository, you can just go to repositories and click here, click new repository. Okay. So this is the repository. And then if I click here, view push commands, then here is the instruction given to push your Docker images from local to ECR. So let's copy these lines and just execute one by one. Let me clear my screen and then enter it. After that, this is the second line. Error during connection. The error may indicate that Docker container is not run. Oh, we need to run the Docker desktop locally. So that's the prerequisite that you need to run Docker desktop locally. Okay. Before you push images to ECR, you need to ensure that you have configured your AWS CLI locally, right? How to configure AWS CLI locally? You can create an access key and secret key, and then you can run AWS configure. This command, this will kind of like set up your local AWS CLI with your access key and secret key. Okay, let's try one more time. Copy the first command again and run it. Now, this time it should, yeah, this login succeed. And then we are going to run the second command. Sorry. Let me copy this and paste it here. We're building the image using the command, and then we're going to push it. We're going to tag the tagging, we're going to push it. These are simple commands, but I still show you so that you are familiar with this. Okay, this is done. So if I refresh this screen, I will see that this is the image. Okay, we need to use this image URI in later on ECS. So I keep this tab open. We will come back here later on. So let's go to the ECS section. Elastic Container Service. And then from there, we create a cluster. cluster, right? We are going to use EC2 because we want to manage everything. And here we have two options, on-demand, spot. Let's start with on-demand. Maybe spot is a bit later on. We can experiment that with spot as well. So I'm going to choose Amazon Linux 2023 because that is the latest image from AWS. So we will always use that. And then here I'm going to choose T3 medium. So that should be suitable for application to running. And desired capacity, I'm going to run minimum 1 and maximum 1, right? And then SSH, we have already created a SSH key pair. I will use it. And I'm going to also use an existing security group that I have already previously created. So let's recap. I give the name. I choose infrastructure, Amazon EC2 instances. And then I choose on demand, Amazon Linux 2023, T3 medium, and then minimum 1, maximum 1. You can choose maximum 5. It's up to you. But for this moment, I think maximum 1 should be fine. Then let's create the cluster. The cluster creation process will take 2 or 3 minutes time because it will launch one EC2 instance in the background. We'll show you. And then it will have installed an agent, ECS agent over there. So while this is being created, let's go to task definitions. We have to create one task definition as well. So let's create a new task definition and then give it a name, article task. It should be for EC2. And then here, network mode, choose bridge. Remember, we need to choose bridge. Otherwise, we might have some issues. And then we keep everything as it is. In the container section, give it a name. So article C container. And now we need the image URI. Remember, we created the ECR and pushed image over there. Now we need this image URI and paste it here. Essential container, yes. And then this is the important settings. Where do you want to put the host container and host port and container port? So my application is running on port 3000. As you have seen, it was running on localhost 3000. That means the container port is 3000. Host port. Now, if I choose host port 80, then it will work on render it on the 80, but I'm going to keep it on port 3000 as well here. So the reason is because I wanted to use an Nginx port forwarding so that I can forward the 3000 port into 80 and then I create a SSL certificate. So that's why I'm going to choose host port 3000. If you don't have any requirement to use SSL, then I think that should be fine. Okay, this is the bridge network and all other things you can keep as it is. I don't want logging, so let's keep everything unchecked and create the task definition. This is the definition of a task. Okay, so let's go back into our clusters. And here we see the cluster is ready. We can click on the infrastructure. And here we can see there should be one instance created. Now click on the instance. It will go to the EC2. Actually, this is the EC2 dashboard where you will see the instance is actually up and running. These are instance. This is the IP address. Copy the IP address. We will need that as well in future. So now go to the tasks and click on run a new task. So we wanted to choose launch type, EC2, task, and then choose the task family. To use the latest one. Okay, we can keep everything as it is. Click create. Okay, so my task is starting. Its desired status is running and last status is pending. That means it is deploying into the EC2 instance. Okay, let's wait for this. Meanwhile, if you guys like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. I see a lot of people just view my videos. And if this video is helpful, try to subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you any money, but it give me some sort of encouragement to create more videos like this, right? So just click the subscribe button, subscribe while the task is being deployed. Okay, it's running. So the task is being deployed here. Now, if I go here to the instance, this is the instance, copy the IP address and click on port 3000. Okay, it shows hello Atif, right? Remember, this is our application should actually show you. And if you don't see port 3000 because I have already added port 3000 publicly available for this security group. So if you don't see port 3000 is running or you're getting error timed out, that means your port 3000 is not running. Okay. Now it's not mandatory to like open this port 3000. You can route it to 80 and then render it from there. But now for this example, I'm going to render it on port 3000. And the reason you will see, because the next part of this example is we wanted to create an SSL certificate, right? So we deploy to our application via ECS. The part is done. Now the next phase is setting up an SSL certificate. And for that reason, we need to open up port 80 and 443 and then install the SSL and routing everything over there. So let's click to the EC2 instance. Okay, here the EC2 instance. Click to the details and then click on the connect button. And here you can connect via SSH, Session Manager or EC2 instance. Both are, I think, working fine. So let's click on Session Manager. If you cannot connect via Session Manager, then you need to check the IAM permission. We click on Security. And here, click on the EC2 instance, ECS instance role. And if you cannot connect, then there might be some permission related issues. So you need to add the permission for SSM manage instance core. This permission might be missing in your case. So try to add that and then you continue your example. Okay, let's go back to the connect section and click on the session manager. Click here. We are now connecting to that instance and then we will be setting up a SSL certificate. All the instructions are written here in this blog. So you can also follow this blog to get the instructions here. We are into this step 4, where we are going to setting up the SSL certificate. For that one, we need Nginx. So we are going to install Nginx. And after installing Nginx, we need to install certbot. Let's clear the screen, make the screen slightly bigger so that you can see. I'm just copy pasting things, so no big deal. And then the next part is this. Clear. Clear the screen one more time and run it again. Okay, now before we run should certbot Nginx, we need to create a server block. That means we need to point one of our subdomain into the server and create a Nginx server block. So let's go to have this domain, atiku.xyz. Let's create a subdomain and point that subdomain to the server. Copy the instance IP. Click here. We give like example ECS. Now this DNS propagation might take around 2 to 3 minutes time. So I'm going to pause the video for a bit and then we'll come back when this propagation is done. Okay, I'm back. Let's complete the installation. So let's go to the subdomain XYZ and port set. Okay, so we can browse the application using our subdomain. Now let's create an Nginx server block and then create an SSL certificate for that. So how do we create a server block? There is an example article given here. You can just copy paste the server bar part here with this, open in a notepad. And then that's the reason I was working on the port 3000, right? So this is the port 3000. Then I am going to put it here. Is example ECS. Okay. Applicable XYZ and other things you can keep as it is. Paste it here. And then I'm going to create a file. The file name is can use nano or vi etc nginx conf.t sample.conf. Okay, so we can use nano etc nginx. Then we can get sample conf. I think there should be one sample.conf. Maybe we can just put our domain name, right? article.xyz.conf. The last part is important, .conf. Oh, we don't have nano. Okay. That's fine. Then we can use BI. ADC Nginx conf.t article.xyz.conf. Paste it here. Save it. Then restart. Sudo system serial restart Nginx. Nginx restarted. So what we have to do now is run this command solution button Nginx. So I'll at the rate of you can use any email address as you want, it doesn't matter. Okay, the domain name is fine. Example ECS.article.xyz. Okay, the certificate is deployed. Now, if we visit the site without port 3000, we should be able to browse it with an SSL certificate, and the certificate is issued today, December 22, right? Okay, that's the whole point of this tutorial, that you can deploy your Node.js application into AWS ECS and then run it from there, set up SSL certificate and all those things. So that's it. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.